Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes. We are continuing the series of the Parliament. In this lecture, we are going to discuss financial bills. In the last lecture, we already discussed detailedly about ordinary bills and also money bills. In this lecture, we are going to see about this financial bills. So before getting into the topic, let us see some of the introduction regarding this financial bills. So if you see in this financial bills, there are mainly two types of these financial bills, that is type 1 and second one is type 2. So if you see the article, that is article 117 of Indian Constitution, that talks about financial bill. If you see article 110, it talks about the definition of the money bill, and this article 117 which talks about this financial bill. So why there is a two types of the financial bills? So what is the difference between the type 1 and the type 2? So let us try to understand the basic difference between these type 1 and the type 2 financial bill. So let us take a normal example. So if you see, there is a father A, and this father, he is giving 1 crore rupee mainly to implement any policy. So he is giving funding for this policy. In return, after 1 year, let us see, there is a hypothetical situation. So through this implementation of this policy, there will be the recredit. For example, let us take 2 crore after 1 year. So whenever we are talking about the refunding or the recredit and also policy, that will comes under this type 1 financial bill. And if you see the next example, if a father who is giving 1 crore rupee for his son mainly to go to the tour to, for example, Europe. So to go to tour for Europe, this father is funding 1 crore rupees for his son, but if you see, in return he will not get anything. So these types of the bills which comes under the type 2 financial bills. I hope it is clear now. Whenever we are talking about any policy and the recredit, that comes under the financial bill type 1. And whenever there is no policy or no recredit, that will comes under the financial bill type 2. Is it clear? So there is also one another difference between the type 1 and the type 2 in the legislative process. And if you see this type 1 which contains article 110 of Indian Constitution and also some other policy decisions. Okay, it contains article 110 or any or all the provisions regarding the 110 article, and also the policy decisions are present in this type 1 financial bill. And if you are talking about the type 2, it is similar as the ordinary bill. So one important difference between this type 1 and the type 2 bill here is, and in this type 1, it is looking as similar as a money bill, which we talk about this article 110 of Indian Constitution in mainly two important conditions. This type 1 bill that should be introduced only in Lok Sabha as similar as money bill, and before introducing this bill in the House, there is a necessary of the prior recommendation of the President at the introduction stage. And after introducing the bill in the House, then the entire process that will be similar without of the ordinary bill. We already discussed detail about the ordinary bill, correct? So if you see this type 2, it can be introduced in the either Lok Sabha or even Rajya Sabha. And one important thing that you should remember regarding this type 2 financial bill here is, there is no need of the prior recommendation of the President, but the President recommendation, it is very important in the consideration stage, not at the introduction stage. So this is a very, very important prelims fact. So these are the some things that you should keep in mind regarding this financial bills. So let us see what is written in the Lakshmikant. So if you are talking about the financial bill, there are two types, that is financial bill 1 and the financial bill 2. And if you see this financial bill, it is talked in the article 117 of the Indian Constitution, and this bill, it contains not only any or all the matters which are mentioned in the Article 10, and this Article 110, it talks about the money bill. So this is the Article 110, it talks about the money bill. So we already discussed what are the provisions, that is A to F, which are present under this Article 110 of the Indian Constitution, that talks about the definition of the money bill. So which are the provisions that comes under this money bill. But also this Financial Bill 1 also talks about some matters of general discussion, that is regarding the policy decisions. So this is the important difference between the money bill and the Financial Bill 1. So if you see the money bill, it talks about only Article 110 of the Indian Constitution. But if you see this Financial Bill, it talks about Article 110 and also other matters of the general legislation. Simply we can call it as a policy decisions. Is it clear? So if you see, for the instance, a bill that contains a borrowing clause but not exclusively deals with all the borrowing. So if you see this Financial Bill 1, it talks about the borrowing but not all the types of the borrowing. So the two important aspects that you should remember regarding this Financial Bill 1, in which the Financial Bill 1, which is similar to that of the money bill. The first one is both of them, that is the Financial Bill 1 and also the money bill, they can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha but not in the Rajya Sabha. And the next one is both of them that can be introduced only on the prior recommendation of the presidents. Okay, so there is a need of the prior recommendation of the president before producing this or introducing this bill in the house. And the next important thing that you should remember here is Financial Bill 1, which is governed by the same legislative process which is applicable to an ordinary bill. But here these two things are important regarding the introduction of the bill. So whenever we are introducing this bill, it should be introduced only in the Lok Sabha and we need a prior recommendation of the president. And after introduction in the house, and it follows the same steps as ordinary bill follows. So because of this, we can see there is equal power between the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha regarding this financial bill. If you see in the case of the money bill, Rajya Sabha has a less power compared to that of the Lok Sabha. In the financial bill, Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, they have the equal power. So because of this, Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, those are having the equal power, the bill can be either rejected or amended by the Rajya Sabha. But there is one exception, that is whenever we are introducing any amendment, then in that case, whenever that amendment it is regarding the reduction or the abolition of any taxes, that will need not require the prior recommendation of the president. Then this is one important prelims fact again that you should remember. And if you see in a case of the disagreement between the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, that means disagreement between these two houses over such a bill, there is one thing, that is joint sitting. In the case of the money bill, whenever there is a disagreement, so if at all the Rajya Sabha did not pass the bill within the 14 days, the bill is deemed to be passed by both the houses. That means the Lok Sabha has more powers compared to that of this Rajya Sabha. But in the case of the financial bill, if at all any disagreement that is present between these two houses, there is a provision of the joint sitting. Why provision of joint sitting? After the bill introduction into the house, it will follow the process of the ordinary bill. So in the ordinary bill, we have a provision of the joint sitting mainly to resolve the deadlock between these two houses. So the same case will be applied here. So whenever there is a disagreement between these two houses, the president can summon the joint sitting of these two houses mainly to resolve the deadlock between these two houses. Is it clear? And the next one is when the bill it is presented to the president, then he have some options. The options before the president here are his assent to the bill, he can sign on the bill. Second one is he can withhold the assent. The third one is he can return the bill for the reconsideration of the House. In the case of the money bill, there is nothing like the return of the bill because there is a prior recommendation of the President is seen. If you see in this case of the financial bill 1 or the type 1 of this financial bill, there is a prior recommendation of the President at the introduction stage is present, even though the President has the power to return the bill for the reconsideration of the House. So this is a major difference between the power of the President in this financial bill and the money bill. Is it clear? And let us see the next type of the bill, that is type 2. So in this financial bill, it mainly contains some of the provisions like involving expenditure, mainly from the Consolidated Fund of India. If you are talking about this Consolidated Fund, Article 266 of Indian Constitution talks about this Consolidated Fund of India, but it does not include any matters which are mentioned in the Article 110. So it is regarding only the expenditure that is from the Consolidated Fund of India, but it does not include any matters regarding the Article 110, that is a money bill. If you see this financial bill type 2, it is treated as an ordinary bill in all the respects. It is governed by the same legislative process which is applicable to an ordinary bill. So this is very important prelims fact again. And one important special feature of this type 2 financial bill here is it cannot be passed by the either House of the Parliament unless and until there is a President recommendation at the consideration stage. So I am talking that there is a need of the President recommendation at the considering stage but not the introduction stage. Don't confuse here. Here I am saying about this consideration of the bill but not the introduction of the bill. So if you see the financial bill type 1, it needs the prior recommendation of the President at the introduction stage. But in the financial bill 2, there is no need of the prior recommendation at the introduction stage, but prior recommendation of the President which is needed at the consideration stage. Hence, this financial bill 2 that can be introduced in the either House of the Parliament. That means it can be introduced in the Lok Sabha or even Rajya Sabha. But if you see the type 1, it can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha but not in the Rajya Sabha. It is not the case in this type 2. This type 2 bill can be introduced either in the Lok Sabha or either in the Rajya Sabha. This is again the important prelims fact. Please note it. And the next one is the recommendation of the President which is not necessary at the introduction stage but the recommendation of the President that is required at the consideration stage. So if at all, whenever the bill which is passed in the first house either in the Lok Sabha or in the Rajya Sabha and which is placed in the second house, so it can be rejected or the amended by either House of the Parliament. Again, this is the important thing. If at all in case of any disagreement between these two houses over such a type 2 financial bill, then again President can summon a joint sitting mainly to resolve the deadlock between these two houses. After the passing of the bill by the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, the bill which is presented before the President for the assent. So whenever the bill comes to the President for assent, he have the again 3 choices. The first one is he can give the assent to the bill, and the next one is he can withhold the bill. Okay, he can withhold the assent of the bill, and the last one is he can return the bill for the reconsideration of the House. In the case of the type 1 and also type 2, the power of the President is equal at the assent stage, but the power of the President is different at the introduction and the consideration stage. And if you see at the type 1, the recommendation, the prior recommendation of the President which is required at the introduction stage. But in the type 2, the recommendation it is required at the consideration stage. So these are the some differences that you should remember regarding this financial bill. I tried my level best to make you understand the small facts that are present in this bill. So these facts are very important regarding the prelims. So because of that, I discussed ordinary bill, money bill and the financial bill in the different sections such that you will focus on this. So by this, we completed this financial bill. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel. Please do like, share and comment my videos. And for the notes, please refer your Lakshmikant. Thank you.